y'all, Clairvoyant Jess here for the weekly Thankful Thursday messages. We're also going to have the surprise numbers that are included that were actually some dice that I rolled that I sat right next to the cards. They're bleh. My mouth's not working with my face right now, but you know, it's okay. We're just going to keep rolling with this shit, so whatever. All right. If you chose number 1, okay? So if y'all chose number 1, I'm going to also give you a number reading, and then I'm also going to go over some astrology shit, okay? Here we go. So, Goddess of Discernment, which is Artemis, was actually for the first one. If you chose the first one, just so you know, what you are choosing is stuff that is going on within your head, okay? So, Artemis's message is all about clearing your mind of complex thinking, worry, and actually perfectionism, so that you can actually attain your goals easier. So she's saying don't try to stay stuck so much in being, a perfectionist that you can't obtain your goals. So know that thinking and communication has got to be clarified right now to avoid misunderstandings. Plans have to be simplified so that they can function well in an imperfect world. So to expect and be able to live with imperfection in all things and with the occasional failure shows a realistic understanding of the actual material world. So you're being practical and logical when you let your success transform your life, not your failures. So power can be gained by focusing on what has already been accomplished. Criticism must be used for truly constructive purposes. Obsessive attitudes and behaviors must be seen as a real threat to actually obtaining your goals. So think realistically right now. That's what your message is from Artemis. And the number that came with that one is actually the number 6. And so the number 6 is actually going to also give you a message in regards to the numerology meaning. So the number 6 is all about the vibrations and energies of unconditional love, balance, and harmony. It's about empathy and responsibility, self-sacrifice, and protection and stability, and justice. So this message is to keep a balance between your material goals and your aspirations, and your inner spirit, and your spiritual and inner self. Respecting yourself and others by taking responsibility for your own life. And be honest and fair in all your dealings. So be grateful for what you have already, as an attitude of gratitude will actually encourage further positive abundance into your life. So keep your head right when it comes to that one. Now, if you chose number 2, then you're choosing it to be about matters of the heart, which that one's going to go for Goddess Lakshmi, which is the goddess of wisdom, and she is actually talking about the different emotional experiences that we have must not be limited by yourself or others. So she's talking about the fact that in the photo or in the image that she's holding a beautiful bird of paradise, and she says its call is clear and they travel far. It symbolizes how far we can go when our hearts are free from emotional chains, and we are able to explore all opportunities. So let go of your limiting beliefs. You'll learn life's unique lessons. Belief insists the truth is what we wish it to be. I'm gonna read that one again. Belief is insists the truth of what we wish it to be. I like that note in there. So anyways, she's talking about, having the lotus flower in there, and it's also about having the unfolding openness of pure faith. And faith demands total openness to the truth, no matter what no matter what turns out for the case. I mean, so no matter what happens, that the truth comes out, and you being open to that message. So just understanding that is extremely important to not only yourself, but also it's essential for your development right now. So feeling open and being open to what comes your way is going to be important. Now, the number that came with that one is number 9. So it was number 9 that actually was with that one. And the number 9 is all about universal love. It's about faith, and it's about spiritual laws and karma. It's about spiritual awakening. It's about light workers, and it's about leading by positive example. So it's a sign from your angels that, of course, that your life path and soul mission is, to do service to humanity through the use of your natural gifts and skills and talents. So it's also saying that you are a natural light worker. It's saying to look positively into ways that you can actually serve others. It is also indicating that it is time to end a phase in life. So there's certain situations and relationships that are no longer serving you. It's time to let them go because they're no longer going to be good for you, and it's time to let new things enter into your life. It sometimes is painful to kind of let go of those relationships that no longer serve us, but it's super important for you right now because you can actually open your self up to have the relationships that you actually need if you keep staying stuck with the ones that you no longer need to have it within your life. So the third one that we had is going to be for the goddess Heket, and she is the goddess of mysteries, and hers is all about your willingness to take part in profound fundamental changes that must take place for you to be able to progress forward in your goals and with your desires. She is actually, this one is all about your home life and about stability in your life at home and how to have that financial stability and balance that you need at home. So it is facing your fears of the unknown, and the process of change has already started. So take part in changes where even when the outcomes are unsure for you right now, just keep stepping forward in faith. The present moment is really the only time that really exists. So quit living in the past and don't be trying to live in the future. You need to live right in the exact moment so that you can actually keep yourself exactly where you need to be. And it's impossible to change another who has not reached the point of desiring change. So sometimes those people will envy the results that can be achieved, and that often provokes them to change even when they are very rigid in their thoughts and in their beliefs. So really, making sure that you understand that sometimes those things just have to be walked forward with in faith. Now, the number that you had for that one was going to be the number 8. So the number 8 was what went with that one. And the number 8 is going to resonate with the influence and vibrations of authority and personal power and a self-confidence. It's all about your inner strength, and it's about material freedom and success and good judgment and money and finances and manifesting abundance. It's also about karma and the universal and spiritual laws of cause and effect. So this is bringing, words of encouragement to let you know that your achievements, your success, that you're striving forward in progress and attainment. It is saying that you need to stay optimistic and listen to your intuition and your inner guidance as you actually can hold positive expectations and thoughts of positive abundance. So setting solid foundations for yourself and your loved ones so that you can ensure the prosperity. You can't just manifest abundance and then just sit on your ass, okay? So you've actually got to get up and actually make the proper steps for that to happen. So as much as it would be great if we just sat there and just, started flowing through, I mean, it's not reality. So yes, you can manifest great things, but you also have to be making the proper steps for you to actually be able to have those happen. Stay grateful for the blessings in your life and for those yet to come. You've got a lot of financial abundance is on its way, and you've worked diligently to make it happen. So this is really reminding you to step into your personal power, have faith and trust in your abilities, your skills and your talents, and use them to their highest potential. So don't slack off now. It's not the time. So I hope that those messages all worked, or made sense for each one of you. I hope that that's what you needed for this week. And just to I wanted to run it through a few things with astrology, because the fact is I don't know. I'm sure I do know. I know that y'all probably have been experiencing what feels like a shit show in your life right now. So I wanted to at least kind of go over what's going on with the planets, because they are really causing some chaos right now. So, what to expect over the next little bit. So, we've got Saturn is going to be sextile to Chiron. And the Mercury is going to turn direct, while Jupiter and Neptune are turning retrograde. That's going to all be happening over the last part of this month. So that's, we're going to have a really, really interesting and exciting, into the month. So, yesterday is when Mars and Venus actually, fired up, and Saturn went, and Uranus, but I know it's supposed to be Uranus, but I just still have to say Uranus, went square with each other. So the Saturn and Uranus square is actually a really important aspect of this year. We're going to feel it very intensely when these two planets receive, the hard aspect from Mars, and the extra stimulation is going to be starting as of yesterday. So Mars opposes Saturn and squares Uranus, and so it is creating a Mars, Saturn, and Uranus T-square. And that actually is going to peak on July the 2nd and end on July the 15th. But that's not all. Aren't you excited? That's not all, folks. Venus is actually also going conjunct with Mars and joins the T-square on 6:30 and stays until its end. So this adds more power to the Saturn and Uranus square, and it also makes it more likely that challenges could arise in relationships. Yay! I'm sure y'all probably have been feeling this, because especially with Saturn already up in there, and I mean, which is such a, can be such an angry planet sometimes. But it's, bringing a lot of chaos to people. A lot of people are having, arguments, and they're battling, and they're having a lot of feeling repression, and, feeling like they're angry, and they want to, stab somebody in the eyeball. Don't stab anybody in the eyeball. If you do, don't tell me. I mean, don't. Nobody looks good in an orange jumpsuit. Anyways. So the mystic rectangle is what they're actually calling this, and so it is one of those that is going to be good for bringing a boost to your artistic creativity. So maybe if you want to stab somebody, maybe you should just do something different, like make art, because that would be better. The mystic rectangle starting yesterday, it actually peaks on 6/21 and it ends on 6/26, and that's going to include Venus, Pallades, Athena, Vesta, Neptune, and Pluto. So it is. So the worthy cause is going to be represented by Vesta, which is a personal, where personal creativity is going to come from. Venus is going to, with Neptune, is going to flow down and inspire a lot of creativity at that same time. And that creativity can manifest artistically or in other areas of your life. I always say that if you're not an artist, that doesn't mean that you can't actually take those creative periods to actually have benefits from them. And what I mean by that is it means that you can be creative with, maybe making new daily routines. You can make, just different fun things and activities for your family to do or your friends. Whatever it is, just so that you're, allowing for that time to be able to, use that energy. So the warrior goddess Pallades and Athena can actually help you be appropriately assertive. And she can also help you with people skills such as diplomacy, negotiation, and mediation. Probably needed that around here last a little bit. Anyways, Pluto is standing for wealth and can help you stand in your power to accomplish this. So it's representing personal creativity. Venus could also help you with, a partner or with someone that can actually help you to accomplish these things. So, there's a lot that's actually going to be being experienced. There's an envelope aspect pattern that it's actually going to begin as of yesterday, and it really has 4 aspect patterns. It contains a grand trine, 2 kites, and a mystic a rectangle. Doesn't that sound exciting? It sounds, so fancy. So these patterns actually include Mars, Saturn, Juno, Chiron, and the lunar nodes. So that's going to, as I said, start yesterday. It peaks on 6:30 and it ends on July the 10th. So the simplest aspect, the grand trine, which is like a triangle. That includes Mars, Chiron, and the South Node. That can give a harmonious and flowing support to healing and mentoring. On one hand, it could also energize you on your own shadow work. So on the other hand, it could help you support others as a mentor or a healer. If you could even help you, it could even help you unlock, mentoring or healing talents that your soul is brought in for this lifetime, but which haven't actually fully blossomed or been fulfilled yet. So with Juno being conjunct the South Node, if we actually include her in the Grand Trine, it actually adds a theme of committed partnership. So this could involve either a spouse, lover, or someone that you are very close to that helps you to catalyze with any of your shadow work. Juno could also suggest that you're doing your healing or mentoring work with a coworker. Or it could mean that the healing or mentoring work you're actually involved with is going to be committed and ongoing. So just understand that you have to have that commitment and it has to be ongoing. A kite is a grand trine with an extra point that is halfway between two corners. And one kite point we can add to this grand trine is the North Node in Gemini. So it encourages us to do the healing or mentoring work that's most aligned with our soul purpose. And the node's placement in Gemini actually is going to suggest that learning and communication is going to be integral to our work. So what if we set the North Node aside for a moment and instead focus on the kite that includes the Aquarian Saturn? So this can actually help the person with doing healing and mentoring be more mature and responsible. It can help them to manage their time well or be organized and plan the work and work the plan. So they can actually also more easily act as the wise elder. So with Saturn and Aquarius, the healing or mentoring work can be most innovative and more inspired by intuitive hits. And the Mars-Saturn opposition in this kite can actually also add great endurance to your work. So, but why only choose one kite? Why not combine them and enjoy the entire envelope? So this is going to help let us embrace all those Saturn benefits, along with the learning, communication, and life purposes, and the juiciness of the North Node. And then the last thing was the mystic rectangle that I'm going to have time for. So hopefully y'all been just enjoying me like going through this like I'm shooting out astrology like fire here. Hopefully y'all are picking it up and I'm not going too fast, because sometimes I'm just told to run my mouth too much. But anyways. All right, so if we include Chiron, we still have the two mystic rectangles to consider. And the more basic version includes the Lune, Mars, Aquarian, Saturn, and the lunar nodes. So this invites you to step into the spotlight as a leader or entertainer in a way that aligns with your life purpose. You can do this in a way that is both disciplined and innovative, and you'll definitely have some wisdom to share. So if you include Juno in this mystic triangle, then this suggests that you're actually doing everything we just described as part of a partnership. The other person can be in the spotlight with you or supporting you from behind the scenes. The conclusion is there's a lot of awesome ways to work with these interlocking aspects and choosing the ones that feel the most helpful for you. I hope this message and some of the kind of, what to expect over these next few weeks has helped y'all. Please be cautious with your communication. We are in Mercury retrograde until the 22nd. We'll have another 2 weeks of its shadow period, which can leave it to be feeling, where people are battling with communication, technology, transportation. You got Saturn, got you feeling all repressed. So just everybody, the message with Mercury retrogrades is don't fight it, slow down, and pace yourself with your communication so that people understand and they're not, and there's not anybody getting butthurt, okay? Anyways, this is Clairvoyant Jess. If you would like a more personalized reading and a more direct message just for you, obviously, you can reach out to me at clairvoyantjess.com. I would absolutely love to help you. I do have classes that are coming up also, guys, for intuitive development and healing classes. So anybody that's interested in growing in their own spiritual journey, I would absolutely love to help you. And I hope that y'all have a great week and just bite your tongue or don't stab anybody, okay? All right, bye.